money makes you make decisions. It's like $1,800 for the process having a kid, or maybe $50 for a puppy at the pound.
Welcome back. So we've been getting questions about how did we get here. So for those who don't know, Ricky and I got married September 2nd, 2018.
And I want you to share this, and I mean look in her eyes and say this, and you can't take it back. And I promise. I won't say no. When you ask for crabs.
When you're asked for crabs.
And we had decided before marriage that we were going to wait a year to try to get pregnant. The first year went by, and although we weren't trying to get pregnant, we didn't do anything to prevent it. So it was already kind of a flag when we hit the year mark and was like, wow, we actually didn't end up pregnant. So we started being proactive and trying to get pregnant, and I had talked with my GYN doctor. And we were talking, and I was reminding her about back in 2012, I believe, I had some tests done and the test came back abnormal. So she was like, let me get my notes and look. So when she looked it up, she was basically saying I would probably need help getting pregnant. And if that's the case, she asked me, was I trying to get pregnant right now? And I was like, no, I'm not trying to get pregnant at all. So she was like, well, good. Whenever you're ready, just let me know, and I'm going to put you on this medicine called clomiphene. And I said, okay. So that was 2012, earlier in the year. I got pregnant in October of 2012, and that's when Tristan came in 2013. And then she was saying, but she's seen cases where that has happened, where you had no issues the first time, and then the second time someone goes to have a baby, for some reason they become unable to do it. So she put me on the Clomid, and I think she had said 3 months, but we ended up doing it like 6 or 7 months. And then she was like, I'm going to refer you to Shady Grove. So that's how we ended up that's how the decision came to go to Shady Grove. So once we got with Shady Grove, we called and scheduled an appointment, and we met with Dr. Matla, and he sat down with us. He had all his little diagrams of the uterus and explained it like, this is what should happen. And he explained IUIs, and he explained IVFs, and he was like, we'll get with your insurance company, see who covers what from both of your insurances, and we'll move from there. So he was like, but we can, get started right away. It's a lot of testing that has to be done. He was like, he wants us to give him 3 tries. He said that he give him 3 tries to get us pregnant. So we left there feeling hopeful, and I became a pincushion. I've been a pincushion since that day. We went for, both of us, Ricky and I, both had to get blood work done with this genetic testing. They ran tests that would tell us if we were, if us having a baby together would cause us to have babies born with defects, Down syndrome. A lot of times they actually had some type of medicine or some treatment that they could treat while in the womb so that the baby would not have that issue when it came out. So we came back when the results came back from the genetic testing, we both tested positive for this trait that in simple form makes us both anemic. Ricky doesn't have any issues with it. So I was stressing because I'm reading up on it, on how does this affect the baby, and apparently both of us being carriers can have the baby born with like basically anemic. and could have like some heart issues and some other stuff I read. That's what I get for going on WebMD. I'm infamous for getting on there. I kill myself once a week.
So we have just met with the genetic doctor. Her name is Nicole. No major issues.
No.
Told you.
I feel better now.
Feel better now.
I do.
You can take some of that stress off. Yeah. Don't take the shackles off your feet so you can dance.
Yeah.
All right.
So we had that done. I just had they tested me from every hepatitis. They just did full panel blood work on everything under the sun with me. They tested Ricky's count. He had to give specimens, and they did all that. And then after that, I did some kind of a dye test to see how the dye moves through my tubes. And then I had to do, I remember doing a saline sonogram. And that was where I had to go in, and they actually stick something inside of me vaginally, and then they release this saline in there, and then they're looking at it on the camera, whatever they're trying to see. They do all this. So we had that done, and then we were in a waiting period of waiting for the results of all this to come back to see if there's anything going on, and nothing was wrong. So at this point, we are like, oh, this is going to be one and done. Ricky's numbers came back great. My numbers came back great. They said both of us were fertile. So we're like, check, check, check. We're in there. And so we went through all of that, and COVID hit. Luckily, we had already had some stuff done, but we were still able to get the rest of the tests done. But beyond that, COVID actually shut the office down. So they were not doing inseminations or anything. Everything was shut down for a few months. And then we just were in a holding pattern until the world started to open back up a little bit, at least for the office to open.
So, I mean, we were kind of shut down from our last face-to-face with Matla was in February. But then we were pretty much shut down until April's when we started doing some virtual visits. But we weren't allowed to go back into Shady Grove, and they didn't open back fully until May of 2020.
Once they opened back up, we were ready to rock and roll.
We're in the process where they're going to start, getting us ready to try to conceive. So right now she's getting her blood drawn. She pretty much has to come every week to get her blood drawn and get a sonogram just to see how her body's progressing. We're just hopeful. I'm still praying. My prayer is still deep down that we're able to do this really without the full aid of the doctor, but it happens. So I'm cool with that. So how do you feel about being a big brother?
Good.
You feel good?
Yes.
If we have a boy, what should we name him?
Max.
Oh, we're back to Max now? Okay. What about you already have a girl's name picked out, right?
But if we have both, they're gonna find a lot.
If we have twins? Oh man, I hope we have twins. If we have twins, I'll be done. Twins.
What do you mean done?
I mean done. I mean, I will have. Hopefully, if we have twins that have a boy and a girl, that means I wouldn't have to have any more kids because I have a boy and a girl and I got you. That's 3 kids. I'm done. We done. Close her up.
Yeah.
Lock it down. No more. What are you doing, huh?
Wait, when is Mom gonna get pregnant?
That's what we're hoping out. We're hoping that maybe this month we will have a more definitive answer of when she'll be pregnant.
Yay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping for. Hoping that by 4th of July we can light up a fireworks saying she's pregnant. Huh?
Or we can order the plane to spread some colors out and make sure it's a girl or a boy.
Oh, that's what you want to do? You want to do a plane?
Yeah.
Oh man, you got expensive taste, brother. You want to do a plane for the baby reveal?
Yes.
You want to find out before the baby gets here? You don't want to just wait to the very end?
I can't wait.
You can't wait? I think that's how Mommy wants to know because she says then we know what to order. If it's like a boy or a girl, we know how we're going to decorate and all that. Part of me kind of wants to wait to the end so I can be surprised.
But a plane is too expensive.
Well, unless we know... Well, we don't know anybody with a plane. You know anybody with a plane? If anybody out here, if any of my friends have a plane and you want to help us with doing a gender reveal, please inbox us.
Please.
For this cute young man right here. It will make his day. So what was the blood work for? Because I could not explain exactly what it is.
Oh, this blood work had nothing really to do with the pregnancy. This had to do with, I mean, it's for Shady Grove, but it was just testing that it was 2 tests with general blood work that they didn't get. So I had to go get those done.
So it was just general blood work?
It was general blood work today. Yesterday, I had blood work done. That was for, that was at Shady Grove. They did that, and they did a sonogram. And said everything looked good. So I started clomiphene last night, and I'll take that all this week, and then Sunday I'll do an injection.
Do I get to inject you?
Yeah.
I can't do it? Why?
No, I'm gonna let my sister come in and handle it.
You don't trust me?
Love you though. Yeah, so or my doula.
Now ain't this something? Now she wants to be the mother of my child, the carrier of my seed, but she doesn't trust me to stick with a needle.
Well, anyway, that's where we're at for now. We'll see what happens. I'm eating fries, I know, because it's been a stressful day for me. I'm pretty frustrated.
Look.
Shady Grove called yesterday trying to say that because of COVID, they were running behind schedule and they just getting to trying to get authorization for all of this. But I've been doing this since February, and they talking about they're behind schedule, and we would have to kick out $1,800 to proceed. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. And I've just been really in a funk today about it, because I mean they said that like it was $18, like people just got $1,800 just sitting around for nothing. I mean maybe some people did, but
money makes you make decisions. It's like $1,800 for the process having a kid. That's gonna cost us in the long run about $1 million, or maybe $50 for a puppy at the pound.
I mean, even still, I mean, I think my frustration was because we've been waiting so long to get to this point, because you know we started back in the beginning of the year, and then everything was put on hold because of the pandemic. Everything was put on hold for us, and now they're finally opening the office back up. And we knew that this would be our month of getting to do our first insemination. And now you talking about, oh, you might need to wait till next month because the authorization won't be done in time. So basically now we have to sign a waiver basically saying if the authorization is denied that we have to kick out the $1,800, which is, I can deal with that better than him calling me yesterday saying, hey, we need $1,800 for you to proceed with this, and we need it now. Did you want to do with a check or a credit card? I had an issue with that.
So I called today, and of course they didn't call me back. They called Chris back. But yes, I was ready to speak to them with loving kindness and pastoral wisdom and ask, okay, exactly, explain what is this $1,800 about. But yeah, they got Chris and everything got straightened out, hopefully. But we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get it. But they put my wife in a little funk.
So it's my comfort food.
We really kind of balance each out with this, because there's some days she's in a funk and I gotta be the peppy cheerleader, and there's some days I might get in the funk and I just don't say much. And I mean, she kind of figures it out that I'm probably thinking about something. And maybe this little guy does something to make us both laugh and forget about everything. So anyway, here we are. She's eating her comfort food. We're about to go back into the house. Yes. Oh yeah, Tristan has this chicken nuggets that he's gonna eat. You're gonna turn into a chicken nugget if you keep on going like this. You know when you have a little baby brother or sister, they're gonna want to eat your nuggets.
Right when we were recording.
Yeah, they're gonna want to eat your nuggets every time. We'll see you next time.